Here at Bear River, football plays a huge role.
A huge role.
A huge role
In the lives of student athletes.
This isn't just a team. This isn't just a sport.
This is a brotherhood.
Brotherhood.
Brotherhood. Brotherhood.
Brotherhood.
You might think it's easy to play football on another school's field, but that's not true.
But that's not true.
That's not true.
You know us at home.
You know us at home.
But you don't know the Bruins away.
Away.
Away. We are Bruins away.
We are Bruins away.
We are Bruins away.
Bear River High School, located in Grass Valley, California, this rural setting is the home of the Bruins. With a student body of around 650, the brick facades of this school has served Nevada County residents for over 30 years. For all that time, one theme has endured at Bear River: a legacy of football.
Coach Logue, if you could tell us nice and clear your first and last name and your official title on here at Bear River.
Terry Logue. I'm co-head football coach here with Scott Savoy. Been here since 1987.
Do you remember your first away game?
Yeah, my first high school game ever as a freshman was, I went to Paradise High School over by Chico, and our first game was at Quincy, way up the Feather River Canyon. I remember it was a pretty long bus ride, and we got up there, and the field was like a cow pasture. And but yeah, that was my first away game. One of the worst things that happened to me was this year at Orland. I got food poisoning about an hour before the game. That's never happened to me before, and so that was probably the worst thing that I remember, as far as, something happened to me on an away game.
Alright, guys.
All the way to Orland.
Sorry, oh yeah.
The day of the first away game. Bruin football players are optimistic. For the 2016 football season, the Bruins are scheduled to play 4 away games: Orland, Sutter, Colfax, and Placer. Usually, the Bruins take charter buses to away games. Today, because of an unexpected insurance technicality, football players are riding in private cars to the game. This is the first time in Bruin history that Bear River is facing off against the Orland Trojans.
Are you serious?
Are you looking at my legs? Like, compare them to yours.
No one knows quite what to expect from this game. After the usual gathering of gear, players load up and settle in for the almost 2-hour drive to Orland, California. Orland, California is a city northwest of Sacramento, California, and south of Redding. It's a largely agricultural town. The population here is 7,291 people. Orland High School is the home of the Trojans. Once the football players arrive, everyone quickly comes to the same conclusion. It's hot. Brutally hot. The 95-degree heat takes no sides in the match. It just bakes everyone indiscriminately. However, this is the norm for Orland players. They are used to 90-plus degree summers. Despite the stifling heat, JV is playing extremely well. Varsity players and Bruin supporters look on, hopeful about the momentum. This is a good psychological start for the varsity football team. ultimately, the junior varsity football team destroys the Orland Trojans 19-7. The Orland Trojans are a perennial powerhouse in the northern section. As the Bruins quickly discover, the Trojans' offense is brutal. A daunting wave of big offensive linemen. Trojan defense offers little relief as well. Costly mistakes in the first half set a somber tone. The team keeps fighting as they navigate the football learning curve in Orland. The Bruins can't seem to catch a break. Two of the Bear River's scoring plays are held back.
Daniel Evans up to about the 47-yard line.
It's an unfortunate turn of events, but at least the team is now feeling a surge of positive momentum.
The vibes on the team is a little down, but that's understandable because of down points. But we've gotten 2 touchdowns taken away, so realistically it's like 0-0. So they're coming out like a new game. So Austin Bays ran in 2 touchdowns, but penalties brought them back. So essentially they would have counted if it wasn't for the flags that were thrown. Just depends on how good our offense does and how good our defense can hold their offense, because they're strong on both sides of the ball, but so are we.
Watch the ball! Watch the ball!
Spirits are high going into the second half. 2 Bruin touchdowns during the third quarter raises the team's hopes significantly.
Yeah, we battled. We had a rough first half. It's tough. Long road trip, 2 hours away. Then they have to sit around and wait while the JV plays. While these guys are at home, they're comfortable. So, slow starts. You see that all the time. I think the defense has really picked it up here in the second half. So we're right where we need to be with about 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. We're in the game, and we're on the road, and that's perfect.
Pass interference right There's a keeper on the tail left here, so he's all the way down for the first down.
Come on, guys.
Let's go, Bruins!
Let's go, D.
Unfortunately, Bear River's momentum dies. As the night wears on, it starts to become clear that the Bruins may not be able to catch the Trojans.
Congratulations to the Orland Trojans for starting off with a week 0 win against a very good team from Grass Valley, the Bear River Bruins.
The fourth quarter closes with Bear River losing 23-18. For the exhausted team, the close score is a small victory of sorts. For some, though, there's the feeling that Bear River was cheated by the refs.
The Trojans are home.
Party next week, we're going to get better. We're at home next week. Okay, that was a great way to come out to start the second half.
Well, tight one. Bruins lost one on the road. Fought hard, but came up a little bit short at the end. Made some costly mistakes in the first half that cost us. 2 scoring drives that we had called back, 2 scoring plays called back, but like the way our kids battled back at the end. I thought they did a good job.
We fought hard, but we had some plays go against us, and
We should have won that game, that's for sure.
You know, it was a rough one, but the score was close, and I think we played hard, and it was just a learning curve for this young team. And we're going to come out next week at home and show them how it's done. So
We had a bad first half. We came back in the second, but unfortunately it wasn't enough. Just need to come back next week and train harder. We need to get it going good on offense. We need to work our asses off.
it means a lot to me, you know, coming out every day, working hard. It gives me something to look forward to, get through the school year, hanging out with all my friends. It's nothing better than that.